I've been in Tulsa since the fourth grade, and I graduated Nathan Hale High School, first graduating class, in 1962. And I was with a bunch of friends, and we were driving around like 8 o'clock at night, and I said, where are we going? They said, we're going to church. I said, what? It's Saturday, 8 o'clock at night. Who's the minister? And they said, a guy named Leon Russell, he plays piano. I said, oh yeah, I've heard of him. I know him. I don't know him, but then we went to the church at Leon Russell Boulevard. That's what it's called now, but it's on 3rd. Walked into the church, and the church had orange lights, blue lights, green lights in different directions. It gave it such an artistic ambience that you felt like, when you went in there. So there's a set of drums, and I said, oh man, I play drums. So I went over and started playing. And then I heard a piano playing with me. I couldn't find the piano. I looked around, I saw it over there, and there's this guy with long hair playing the piano. Then a girl came and sat beside him named Marcy Levy, and she sang. It was like a heavenly bird singing. And I was playing there and playing with Leon, and God, this is great. So we met, and then we came back later. I was coming back from Charlotte, North Carolina, where I made a movie called Last American Hero with Jeff Bridges. So I went back to the church, you know, to see Leon and see what's happening. He said, well, I want you to be my drummer. And I said, okay, that sounds good. He said, what do you make in California doing movies and TV? I said, $3,000 a week. And he said, oh God, oh, wait a minute. He didn't say that. He said that with his face. He talked a lot with his face and his eyes. So he said, well, I'll pay you $500 and you can live with me here with my wife, Judy, and Jake, and we'll go down there and play drums and piano. And drums and piano, just him and me. If we could find those tapes, they would be so rich today because they were then. And Leon gave me so much to live for in the way of music. And Leon had a video truck with 4 screens on it and cameras. And he said, what do you think it is, Teddy Jack? And I said, well, my name's not Teddy Jack. My real name's Gary Busey. And Teddy Jack I had from the local show that you saw, the Mazeppa Pompadour Uncanny Film Festival and Camp Meeting, the brilliance of Gailard Sartain and Jim Milloway. He wanted to call me Teddy Jack. And that's the name I used when I did the album with him called Will o' the Wisp and did tour with him, Teddy Jack. And Leon and I became, it's like kindred spirits or soulmates from another life in the past. It was such a connection. And Leon said, always follow your truth because your truth, as you know, will set you free. And the first time I played drums at his estate near Peoria, I went out and played the drums. And the first thing I learned rhythmically was this. So I played that ham bone with the cymbal, the bass drum, the snare, and the hi-hat. It's very unusual. So Leon played me a melody, and he said, what do you see? Because you're in the movies, you see visions? I said, yeah. I said, I see 2 camel riders going over a sand dune. There's 3 palm trees. There's thin grass where they lay in like little seats, and there's a spring that never stops giving water. And water is the essence of art. And remember, art is only the search, it's not the final form. He went, oh. So he wrote a song called Little Hideaway that I played drums on the album Will o' the Wisp. We'd do something in the studio, he said, let's go hear it. And he'd just get up and amble into the control room and sit down in his chair. And he got me a swing, a wooden swing that hung from the roof. And he had me sit in that swing because I was all over the place. I was like a raccoon on speed. You know, think of that, man. How fast can you wash an apple? I'm done. I'm done. What's next? We had a rhythm together that can't be denied. It's so powerful and so rich. I mean, imagine Leon Russell and I going to the state fair in Tulsa, and getting little hats and the teddy bears and taking pictures. It was all a moment of connection with love. Love. Giving of love is what Leon did in his music. Didn't say much, but he said a lot without talking. He said so much with his music. And he was left-handed, so those bass notes, boy, he was hot on that. He played in a way that no one else plays. I mean, my good friends who played piano, Elton John, Billy Joel, they adore Leon, especially Elton. Leon wrote a song called A Song for You. I've been so many places in my life and time. I wrote some bad songs with some bad rhymes. Oh, gosh. Incredible song. The wonderful thing about going to the church, didn't know where I was going to see or what I was going to do. That's when I met Leon. It's a magnificent place with great acoustics. You know, when you played, you heard every instrument when you were playing. With the guitar, the drums, piano, you'd hear it, the bass. You'd go in and mix it. It was already mixed because of the flavor of the ambience and the acoustics of the room. And that's why he chose it. Also, church is spiritual. And he had that spirituality going in him. Whether he let you know it or not, it was there. We went in the studio one time to control him. He said, look at this, Teddy Jack. I said, yeah. Look at what? Control, the board. He said, you know how many tracks it has on it? I said, no, 64. Wow, that's, gee, yeah, full. That's a big, 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 big piece of art there waiting to happen with the electricity and the pushing the knob. Yeah, but boom, bow, bow, bow. And you can put that way up or take the bass drum off or take everything off with the snare. Bow, bow, bow. You know, and then put in a tambourine go waka, 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 waka. That's what it was, creative control. Leon was the kind of guy that he controlled everything he created. That's what made him what he is and what he will be forever. Oh, there's a lot of great rock and roll bands playing in Tulsa at that time. I had one, the Rubber Band. We played the Stables. And it was beautiful, it was incredible. And there was clubs all around where musicians were playing and they were great. A lot of them. A place called PJ's, a place called the Staples, a place called Pickles. Tulsa is a very special place. It is. It's a feeling you have without knowing what the feelings mean. And Leon had feelings that he knew what they meant, and he put them in piano and lyrics, songs. Leon was very good in putting a reflection of himself in his music. So when you heard that music, you heard Leon Russell's heart, his soul, his creative power, and his love for art. It's just amazing. He flew like an angel. He walked like a pastor. He lived like a guru of all things he touched and did. Leon had a son, and he named him Teddy Jack Bridges. My name, playing with Leon, was Teddy Jack Eddy. So now, in truth and in spiritual truth, Teddy Jack Bridges is my godson. And he lives about 2 miles from me in Malibu. And we're doing music together. We're writing together. We're recording together. The church was a beautiful place. It really was. It really was. And for him to be honored with his vision and his statue, it's a strong thing notifying and underlining the power of his music. That's another thing Leon talked about, the new future. The new future is what's behind the door that you didn't know was there. You open it and bam, the new future's there. And according to Leon, the future started yesterday.